Hello and welcome to another glass of cava with me, Sandy. Today I have been approached by the family of a gentleman who is turning 100. I have never interviewed somebody of that age. I know that up there he's absolutely perfect. Um, he may not be able to be understood completely, but his name is Marshall Williams, and his daughter's name is Clarice Williams, and she is sitting beside him. Just a little update of about him. He was born in Wales, and when he was about 13 years old, he went down into the pits as a miner, and eventually, after I don't know how many years down in the pits, he went into the army. So let's meet both Marshall and Clarice. But before I meet them, I just want to say when you see me wearing different kinds of jewelry that I normally don't wear, it's because my girlfriend in Barcelona, Alejandra, she is making handmade jewelry and she is sending me pieces which I'm loving. And should anybody like to see what she's doing, she's got an email address, and that's Alejandra's creationsspain@gmail.com. It is also being put on Facebook. So enough promoting of my girlfriend. Let's go and meet both Marshall and Clarice Williams. Hello, Marshall. Hello, Clarice. How are you?
Good morning. Thanks, Sandy, for having us. Yeah,
Oh,
we're really good today.
yeah, you're in England now and just about to start the celebrations for Marshall's 100th birthday. I cannot believe that this man is going to be 100 on the 7th of March. Marshall, do you feel like 100 years old?
Feel like you're 100.
No, I'm enjoying life.
I'm so pleased to hear that. You know, so many people of your age who have reached your age don't say that. They don't enjoy life the way you do. And I know that you live between Spain and England, so you've got the best of both worlds. But I want to ask you a question. How old were you when you went down the mines?
How old were you when you started in the coal mine?
9.
You were 9 years old. Gosh, very, very young. And did any of your other family go down the mines as well?
Did your brother go down the coal mine, Dad?
Yeah, my father was down the coal mine, but he had retired because my mother died, right, when I was a baby. There were a load of steps in Phillipstown, and as she carried me in the front, there was a load of steps going down, and there was 5 bins at the bottom, and she slipped. I can remember it as if it was yesterday. She slipped, and she thought to herself, I was in the front. If she had hit the bin with me, she would have killed me.
Oh, my word.
So she went to the doctor, and they didn't know nothing about cancer in those days, right? Because I was only a baby, but I could see it even now. And the only treatment they had, they put a big bruise come out, you see. But
Yes.
the only treatment they had was bread, ordinary bread. And it was a poultice. And they put it on her side, and it should have drawn the bruise out, but it went inwards and killed her.
Now, Marshall, I'm just going to go back a little bit because you were born in Wales, and that's why you've got this lovely Wales accent, even at 100 years old. But I can't pronounce the name of where you were born. Can you pronounce it, or do I need to ask Clarice?
Where did you grow up? Langham. Langham.
Langham, yes.
Langham.
Well,
And yet,
my mother was an atheist. They didn't have any religion.
okay.
And a man in America heard about it. He was an evangelist, and he came across to the village, and he converted them and gave them a religion.
And what was the religion?
John
Okay.
Wesley.
John Wesley.
So there's in the small sort of mining villages, the small villages, you'll see a lot of Wesleyan churches, chapels.
And Harry Seacombe, my father's sister Harry Seacombe married Harry Seacombe.
He's a family, a distant family.
And the other one was Donkey Serenade.
Yes.
Serenade was in the family, and he went to America. They heard about it. He went because it converted him.
I can't remember his name. Was it Alan Jones? Alan Jones was his son. Well, Jack Jones was his son. Alan Jones was the singer.
Alan Jones.
Alan Jones was the singer. Yes. My
Yeah.
word. And I remember that song. Well, I'll be jiggeried. You had two sisters, did you not?
How many sisters? You had three sisters.
Yeah, three sisters. They lived in London. They went to service. My sister was murdered in London. She was coming home one night, and a bloke jumped from behind a bush and bit her about the face with half an house brick. And my sister was a very tough lady, and she fought him and took the half a brick off him and bashed him about the face with it, and he ran away. But they never ever caught him.
But was she alive after being hit in the face with the brick? You said that she was murdered.
Yes, she went into like a semi-conscious, and she was in the hospital. She lived in the Eastern area.
And she never recovered.
No, but she gave a description of what happened.
He was only 14.
Well, not at that point, Dad. She was much older then.
No.
She had children of her own, but she was the first one that went to service at 14.
My word. And you remember all that. What age were you when you went into the army?
What age did you go into the army, Dad?
Now, let me think. I went to the army. I came out to the coal mines, so they called me up in national service.
You were called for national service? So was that about 18?
They called me up in national service.
Okay.
And January the 21st, 1946.
You remember that so clearly. And that was the South Wales borders, the British Army in Breconshire.
Those borders in Breconshire. That
was
your first.
Breconshire, in the barracks, Brecon Barracks.
Brecon Barracks. And how long were you in the army for?
26 years.
So it was most of your adult life, and you traveled obviously in the army because you ended up on ships.
You ended up on the troop ships.
Eh?
When you went on the troop ships, you went to Gibraltar, and then you went to Gibraltar.
Gibraltar. And
Palestine as well.
I was forced to Cyprus.
You went to Cyprus on one of the troop ships?
That's why I got the virus, because it was compulsory to wear no shirts.
When he says virus, he means a skin cancer.
Okay.
There was no long sleeve shirts, no SPF. And I kind of digress because, as I said, sometimes my dad will talk in timelines a bit, crosses timelines. When he means the virus, he means the skin cancer virus.
Okay.
And when he was diagnosed, yes, like he's got one at the moment that has to be addressed. But when we were in Australia and he was diagnosed with it, the specialist there said that skin cancer can lie dormant in the body for decades. Wow. Some people can get it like within 12 months of getting the damage, the cancer, But then he's what they said in Australia was with their ex diggers, the diggers there in the infantry and in the Navy, they could have it 10, 20 years before it manifested as cancer.
I'm going down to the SAS in Airport to get my name put on the clock.
What's the clock?
Go on.
The murder clock.
There's a big clock that I don't know all the details about my dad's.
I'm going down there to get my name put on.
Yeah,
I was put in for 3 months in dispatches, and the SAS gave them to the wrong person. I didn't get them.
Oh my word! Do you know who got it?
Do you remember who they named for your little act of bravery in the dispatches? Do you remember? Was it some Irish guy?
Yeah, this one bloke, he had only done one operation, the jungle operation, and we was all mad about it. All the blokes in the squadrons, and we said, can you take it back off him? And they said, no, well, once you give it to him, you can't take it off him. No. And all he did for it was 4 weeks in the jungle.
And how long were you in the jungle?
I had done 26 years.
And you remember so much of it. I've got photos which I'm going to put on screen so that people can see what you looked like in the jungle with your rifle and everything. Wonderful picture. And now I recollect you telling me that you met Montgomery.
Lord Montgomery. Tell the story about how you met Lord Montgomery. You remember you did the silver service. You met him over a dinner. You were serving Lord Montgomery. Tell the story. Do you remember?
Montgomery?
Yeah.
Yeah. Montgomery, they called it Monty's Army. And I was an officer's mess waiter. Come in once a month, and he was up with the pipe with his hands behind his back, and he said, no, I'm getting mixed up here.
No, you're right, you're on the right track.
Yeah, he said, what regiment were you in, he said to me. I said, the Southfield Borderers, sir. And he said, they said, we didn't know you were here. So she said, yes, we were here. And he said, those lazy British officers, she said, that's all they used to do. They had the rubber plantation there. And the rubber plantation, two of them was the jungle. Well, it wasn't the jungle. And if they had trained properly, they would have never have taken Singapore, Borneo, and all the rest of it. She said that those lazy British officers, and she's quite right, they never ever done any jungle training whatsoever. It was the plantation. And if they trained the people properly, they would have never won Singapore and all those places, Borneo, at all.
Dad was saying, because Dad was stationed in Borneo, he's in Malaya after Cyprus and everything else. And it was 9 years you were in Malaya, weren't you, Dad? 9 years on and off? It was a long time.
Malaya, let me see. That was 26 years.
Yeah, but Malaya was about 9 years.
Yeah.
He talks about Borneo quite a bit. And what Dad was saying was like he said, the British soldiers and things, they were in the rubber plantation. As Dad said, it wasn't the jungle. Dad was in the jungle, and he worked with some of the local village people and some of the local tribesmen. That's where he gets all his nicknames from. That's where he gets his nicknames from. But Dad said if they'd have trained the local people in the guerrilla warfare, there wouldn't have been so much problems there. in Borneo and those places, when he said also Singapore and all those uprisings. And so he said the British Army, like the generals, and they had a different mentality to the actual soldiers that were there, seeing how if they trained the locals to have defended themselves, there wouldn't have been all the skirmishes that was going on there over those, I don't know what decades, I'm presuming 50s, 60s, because that's when my dad was operating in the SAS. So it's an interesting history. It's an interesting sort of time. Yeah.
Did he meet Montgomery?
Do you remember you met Montgomery? You said it was after the war. After the Second World War was Lord Montgomery.
Yeah, that was after the war.
Okay, so was it the 50s?
Yeah. He used to come to the officers' mess. And I was a waiter there. And he told me the story. He said, when the English soldiers over there, they told me a story. He said the Japanese, they used to go on patrol and killing the British soldiers, the Welsh regiments, the Royal Welsh Fusiliers, and all the other regiments, when they were killing them, because they used to give their orders in English. Montgomery turned around and said that they stopped doing it, and he said he got the Welsh and all the others to speak in their own language.
Yes.
And they
do you
couldn't
still speak? Do you still speak Malay?
Dad, do you still speak Malay?
Yes.
Can you
say something to me in Malay? Say good morning, Sandy.
Let me think.
Say good morning in Malay?
No. Well, I can't get it in at the moment. But
Okay.
the Japanese were in a different language, and the Japanese couldn't understand them.
Yeah,
they
that
couldn't
was
understand the Malay.
Oh, no, Lord Montgomery said when they give the orders, it was always in English. A Japanese could speak English. Some of the Japanese soldiers could speak, and military could speak English.
And they were killing all the soldiers.
So they were killing all the soldiers because they understood what was being said. So Lord Montgomery said, if they like the Welsh borders, give the orders in Welsh, because they wouldn't understand the language.
And when they killed all the Japanese.
So they were able to
kill all the Japanese.
The Japanese, right? Because the orders were being given in my father's language.
Yes, in Welsh.
Speaking Welsh.
Yes. Now, I believe that you went over to Australia and New Zealand. Who signed your papers to get you over there?
Who was your recommendation, Dad, to go to New Zealand? Montgomery, wasn't it?
To New Zealand?
Yeah. It's Lord Montgomery.
Yeah, I think it was. I'm not sure. If it's true.
Yeah.
Yes, well, you told me one time that it was Lord Montgomery, and quite honestly, I believe what you told me.
Yes.
She called them all. They should have never have conquered those countries if they had done their job properly.
Well, they didn't do their job properly, and you left after 26 years. You left the army, and then you went over with the family to New Zealand.
Immigrated to New Zealand, Dad, after the army.
Yeah, after the army.
You went over with Pam, who was your wife, and you went over with your daughters. How many daughters did you go over with?
How many daughters, Dad?
Hey?
How many daughters when we immigrated?
When I immigrated, 7.
Seven daughters. Six daughters. Well, he included your mother, Pam.
7. Yes, women.
7 women went over. So tell me the names Clarice, you tell me the names.
We had one boy.
One boy. Yeah, we left him behind though.
Yeah.
Didn't
You had a boy as well.
Yeah, he's born.
Yeah, my mum had a relationship before Dad. I've got a half brother. He's still in Hereford, Stephen. So how many sisters? These sisters, daughters, Carol.
I know there's Marcia, there's Christine. I think they are in England now with you to celebrate your 100th birthday. Who were the other girls?
Put my name on the clock anyway.
Okay, well, the name will be on the clock, that's for sure. But let us go to the daughters. So it's Marcia and Christine, and they're in London with you at the moment, and Clarice is with you. So 3 of the 6 daughters.
And
the other 3, and Angela's also there.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're all going to celebrate. How are you going to celebrate? I think the 7th is on Sunday. It's the weekend.
Saturday, yes.
Saturday, Sunday is the celebratory time. When do you think you're going to receive the letter or the card from the King and Queen?
It's meant to arrive on the day. It's scheduled to arrive on the 7th.
And do you know how it arrives? Have you got any insight to that?
I'm presuming it'll be some sort of mail, some sort of maybe British mail or something like this. We applied. You can only apply about 5 weeks before. So I organised the paperwork for my father's 100th telegram or card. I think it's definitely a message from King Charles. And so I just handled those sort of more administrative details, and my sisters handled all the cake. So we've got fancy cake with the SAS emblem, the Mars and Minerva emblem on it. I don't want to give away too many spoilers.
No. That is such a big surprise weekend. I mean, I wish I could be there just to enjoy it with you. But I know that you enjoy a tipple. I know that you enjoy your beer. When you're in Spain, I have seen you.
Yeah.
I have seen you drinking.
What's your favourite drink, Dad? When you have a tipple?
Well, the bed is a Guinness.
Loves the Guinness.
A Guinness, which keeps you strong and is very good for that brain of yours, which is incredible. The amount that you have remembered, going back right to when your early years, even before you were 9, before you went down into the pits of the mines, you still remember what happened to your mother, and then you really were a little boy.
Your mum passed away when you were 4, didn't she?
Yeah, I was 4 years of age.
Yeah.
And then your dad looked after you, or did you have grandparents?
She saved my life.
Quite amazing how she did. In our arms or with her, you would not have been with us to celebrate this wonderful occasion. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to raise my glass. I think it is too early in the morning for you to have a Guinness.
I was going to say,
I am going to raise.
Come on, let's raise a glass. Have a pretend one.
I am going to raise a glass to say, happy birthday, Marshall Williams. What a life you've had. What an achievement to reach 100 years.
I also was a Roman candle.
Oh.
I didn't hear what you said.
He said he had a Roman candle, but maybe that's for another time. That's when when he was in the paratroopers.
Collapse.
The parachute collapses is the Roman candle.
At 500 feet.
500 feet you came down on a Roman candle. Well, gentlemen who are watching this, who are old enough to remember what a Roman candle was, they will sit up and say, my goodness me, I remember a Roman candle, or I heard about a Roman candle. And now you know what? It's the first time I've heard about a Roman candle. But I want to say, God bless you, keep you well, keep you happy, and thank you so much for sharing so much of your life, because you are an inspiration to so many of the younger gentlemen, and I say the younger being 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. And you are 100 on Saturday, the 7th of March, 2026. I raise my hat to you and I raise my glass. And Clarice, how blessed you are to have such an amazing father alongside you for so many years, and the way that you care for him and care about him. And I say to you, what an amazing lady you are.
Oh,
and
come here.
Give him a kiss. What a lovely end to a wonderful story. And you know what? I will see you when you're back in Spain. You can have a Guinness and I will may have a glass of cava.
Me too.
Okay. Bye-bye. Take
Bye.
care and enjoy this wonderful, wonderful time with all the girls around you.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye for now. Take
Bye.
care. Bye-bye.